Well, hello, friends, and welcome to This Week at Little Hills. I'm so glad to be with you once again on this snowy day. As we look at the snow, we're reminded of God's love and his provision for us, the beautiful earth that he has made. And the thing that we're reminded of is that he's God. He's able to make that. I can't make it snow, and I certainly couldn't create the means for it to snow. But God can and did. As we're going through the new City Catechism, we turn now to question 23, which is, why must the Redeemer be truly God? We're told that because of his divine nature, his obedience and suffering would be perfect and effective, and also that he would be able to bear the righteous anger of God against sin and yet overcome death. We thought last week about Jesus' humanity. But as we think about Jesus' divinity, as we think about how he is God, we're reminded that the God who made it so it could snow, the God who made it so it could rain, the God who made it so the plants could grow and that we could have life and breath, he's the one who came and paid the price for sin for us. What an amazing thing that is. We're beginning a series this weekend on the Lord's Prayer. It's called Our Prayer because that prayer was given to us to pray to our God. And we begin with that phrase that we're going to talk about on Sunday, our Father who is in heaven. As we think about that phrase, we're declaring both the closeness of God, just as Jesus came and dwelt here on earth as a human being, and also the majesty and wonder of God, the God who can make the storehouses of snow. And so those two come together. And as we think about this question, as we think about that passage, that part of the prayer this weekend, all that challenges us to confront how God both comes very, very, very near to us. And it's also the majesty, the king over all the universe. What an amazing thing that is. I hope that you'll join us for that brand new series. We're starting 2 new Lenten series over the next couple of days. On Sunday, we start that prayer series, looking at the Lord's Prayer, thinking about how do we approach God in prayer over Lent and throughout all of our lives. And also then on Monday, we begin a series called The Generations of Man, looking at how God takes us from the first parents, Adam and Eve, and the sin that comes into the world, and the sin that we saw developing in the line thereafter in Genesis 4 in our last Monday night series. And we take that, and then we see how God brings life in it. And that's what we're thinking about as we prepare our hearts for Easter. The snow symbolizes the newness and the freshness of life as it's provided to us. And ultimately, Jesus' resurrection is the most beautiful snow, the most beautiful refreshment we could ever encounter. So I hope you'll join us for those things. Also, we have our first annual meeting this Sunday night after our service and Sunday School Express, where we'll be talking about this question. So I hope to see you for all that. And the majority of that meeting will be open fully to the public. We may have a members-only discussion at one point as we prepare to consider a motion to call Jim Krenning as our assistant pastor. But we'd invite you to come, whether you're a member or not, share in the joy of us doing the work of God in that meeting as well. It's exciting because it's the very first one. We're a new church plant and we get to actually meet and do that together. So lots packed into the next few days. I hope you'll join us for that. And in the meantime, stay safe on this beautiful snowy day.